Come on, over here.
There's a lot of things like...
Give us your name, please. Give us your name, please.
Oh, sorry. Anthony.
You're a student here?
Yeah. Sorry.
But, since you brought into the question, since, I didn't ask for it, but you brought it in about the question of going to hell for believing in religion and stuff like that, I just have to bring across the point, if we're all made with, deoxyribonucleic acid, in other words, a chemical, and since our bodies are nothing but chemicals responding to chemicals, and since those chemicals are just exchanging energy, and everything about us, everything that is happening right now, is nothing but a casual exchange of different parts of energy and stuff like that. This is just one chemical equation that's happening without anybody saying. Maybe God's doing. But my question is how come the one chemical equation that produces the thought of believing in God allows you to get in the town of heaven just because it's that one chemical equation, or equatable equation, so it could be like, or take, say, if it was like a large equation, it's a derivative of it to produce at a certain destination. So if it is just this certain destination, why doesn't the creation science go into evaluating the actual equation so they'll have the holy equation? Thank you very much.
Excellent question. I think we do evaluate the whole situation, and I think your premise, of course, is faulty, that everything is just chemistry. Chemistry and energy. I think there is more to it. I think man has a spirit. You have a free will. A good analogy might be, I'm 6'1", my wife is 5'0". If I come home from a trip like I did, as in Montana yesterday, or where was I? Oregon yesterday. If I come home and grab her by the throat and say, "You tell me you love me." Well, okay, I love you. It doesn't mean anything. God could make us serve him. He could have made it all just chemistry. We could be robots or tape recorders or parrots, walk around, praise God, praise God, praise God, but it wouldn't mean anything. God chose to give us free will, and he chose to give you a free will, and he also gave you a mind and an intellect. Those people who think that their brain is nothing but chemicals that form by chance over billions of years, I often wonder, well, how do they trust their thoughts and their reasoning process then? Nothing can be trusted. That's the idea that, well, we're not really here, you can't trust anything. I think there are absolutes. One atheist told me in a debate one time, he said, "There are no absolutes." I said, "Are you absolutely sure?" I think we do have we have a mind that's capable of reason. We also have a free will. And if you don't want to serve God, that's your choice. God gave you a way out. He loves you so much, he came down to earth and died on the cross to take your place. He really loves you. He wants you to go to heaven. If you don't want to, that's your business. The way is free. It's available. I decided to take it. And you don't have to leave your brain at the door when you study the Bible. I love science, taught it for years. I have yet to see one scientific evidence presented today in favor of macroevolution. I have yet to see one scientific proof against what the Bible teaches. Everything I've seen, and I've studied both for a long time, says, hey, look, the evidence is overwhelming. This place is complicated. It must have been designed. Complex things don't happen by chance. They take a designer. This building required a designer. One cell in your body is more complex than the space shuttle. It required a real intelligent designer. So I think it's you ought to find out who he is, and he loves you. I know him personally. Good friend.
I kind of hope we're not just animated meat. That would be kind of rough, but that may be the case. That's maybe a theological question. It's certainly an interesting question. I want to go sort of back to something Kent said in interpreting the question. We have soul, or we have a soul. Many of us don't have soul, but we have a soul and a spirit. If we believe that, then why do we not believe that other things in the universe also have spirit? Especially when Genesis says so. If you look at the word ruach, which occurs in that first line, as God began creating the heavens and the earth was a formless void, and darkness was upon the face of the waters, and a wind from God, or the spirit wind, or the spirit of God, hovered over the face of the waters. Spirit wind. The word is ruach. It means spirit. It means wind. It can be interpreted either way. They're both equally correct, and I think it means both, which means that God is an animate force in nature, and when you get in the wind, you're in God. When you're walking on the ground, you're on God. The whole universe is God, and that's a different theological perspective than the one that my opponents would take. It's not one that many people would take in this room, but I think some would. What time is it? We'll go 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. Right. Let's give them 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
That means 2 more questions. I'm sorry, it's going to be 2 more questions. This one here, and whoever the first question is over there. All right, thank you.
My name is Eric King, and I'm a graduate from UWF. I have a master's degree from this fine university. But with that, I also took quantitative applications. I took research methods. And before this table here asked, where's your sources, where's your sources? He's made some Dr. Pruitt, I believe it is, has made some very general statements about Christians. The majority of Christians say this, the majority of Christians say this. Where's your source, first of all? I'm a Christian, and I haven't seen any sources. The other table was kind enough to put the sources on their slides. I've heard generalizations about Christians believe this. Have you done the survey? Did you do a random sample? Where's it at? Then, with the time limit on the 6 days, Dr. Kent Hovind, I'm sure you can answer this better. But remember, God created the plants on one day, created the sun on the next day. Plants cannot live thousands of years, and I've learned this from Dr. Hovind. He hasn't had a chance to say this, but plants can't live thousands of years without sunlight. He can expound on that, I'm sure. Thank you.
The first question is directed to you.
Actually, for the fossil record, of course, we use lots of things. On the question about Christianity, I have an extensive background in the study of religion. I've worked for a number of years not only in scriptural study, but in work with various religious groups. As preparation for this particular debate, I thought I better get caught up because I hadn't read a lot of the literature surrounding this debate, and there's a great number of new books. The best one that we found, and both Nick and I looked at this one a lot, I really recommend it for everyone in the room, regardless of which side, is called The Battle of Beginnings. It's by Del Ratch, and it looks at the way evolutionists and creationists tend to talk past one another, but it also provides a lot of referencing for what major denominations take as acceptable resolution of this question. Another element of it is it gives a very nice discussion of some of the foundations of fundamentalism and the fundamentals and the outgrowth of the fundamentals with regard to creation science specifically. So that's at least one reference. I can provide a lot of other references for my statements on religion and theology. Nick, do you want to add?
Just answering the one part on that, there was a multi-parted question there. Most Americans don't believe in evolution. Most Christians don't. This is a Gallup poll right here, 3 of 95, mobile press register right next to it. I've got here that only 4% in one column and 9% in the other believe in pure evolution, no God at all whatsoever. Perhaps they should go somewhere and start a private school and have people paid to learn that. The majority of American public does not believe this. It looks like to me 61% here and 47% on the other side say God